Welcome to the Idaho Business Podcast, where we talk with local entrepreneurs, share motivation, network with one another, and pick up a tip or two on how not to burn your business to the ground. I'm your host, Spencer Ward. All right, everyone, welcome back to the show. If I'm a little hoarse, I apologize. I just got done throughout the last weekend fighting for my life. I don't know if any of you guys have had this flu going around, but it is not awesome, I'm telling you. So I've made it through. I'm on the other side now, but okay, let's rock and roll. For a long time in this country, and especially over the last couple of decades, we pushed one main narrative. And I'll take a sponsorship break in a little bit, but let's get to this right now. The narrative's been go to a four-year college, get a degree, and successful follow. And for a lot of people, that path still makes sense. But today, the labor market is telling us a very different story, especially here in Idaho. And we have thousands of open jobs that don't require a four-year degree, jobs that pay well, jobs that matter, jobs that can't be outsourced automatically away or automated away or replaced by AI anytime soon. Today, we're talking about the skilled trades, electricians, plumbers, HVAC techs, welders, fabricators, and why Idaho specifically is positioned to benefit more than most states if we start telling the truth about where opportunity actually lives. So let's break it down here. Of course, my voice is going to be like this, but we are sponsored by Health West. Great organization, great people. Find them where they're closest to you and see them. Also sponsored by my company, New Clean Commercial Cleaning here. Whoop, over there. If you need any commercial cleaning needs, from janitorial services to carpet cleaning to tile and grout, let us know. Call us at 208-254-7070. So let's start with the facts. Nationally, recent college graduates are facing higher unemployment than we've ever seen in decades. So that means people with degrees working in jobs that they don't actually require, that don't actually require degrees. That's what it means. The New York Federal Reserve has shown that underemployment among recent grads is near historic highs. That doesn't mean college is bad. It means the assumption that college equals guaranteed meaningful work is no longer true. At the same time, employers across the country and right here in Idaho are struggling to find people who can build, install, repair, and maintain the systems our economies run on. So what we've created is a mismatch. Too many people train for jobs that are scarce, not enough people train for jobs that are essential. And Idaho is filling this gap hard. Okay, let's get into the national demand here and zoom out for a minute. Okay, according to the U.S. Bureau of Labor Statistics, electricians are projected to grow 9% through 2034, adding roughly 80,000 plus jobs every year. HVAC technicians are projected around 8%. Plumbers and pipe fitters continue to see strong, steady demand tied to infrastructure, housing, and maintenance. And that's just new demand. That's not including replacement demand from retirement, which is massive. Look at all the tradesmen around you guys. Are any of them young? You might see a few of them sprinkled in. I just built this building, and my contractors and the tradespeople that worked on this building were fantastic. And yeah, there's some young bucks I've seen sprinkled in the electricians world, in the plumbing world, and it brought hope to my heart. But also, I did see a lot of seasoned people working here. That's how I'm going to define you people: seasoned. You're well aged. Okay, just like a fine wine. Okay, all right. So industry analysts estimate that for every 5 skilled workers retiring nationally, only about 2 new workers are entering the pipeline. That's not a blip. That's a structural labor shortage. So let's talk about Idaho. This is where Idaho comes in. Idaho is one of the fastest growing states in the country. More people meaning more homes, more commercial buildings, more infrastructure, more maintenance, more demand for skilled labor. According to the Idaho Department of Data skilled trades consistently show up on the state's in-demand occupation lists, particularly electricians, HVAC mechanics, plumbers, welders, and fabricators. In regions like the Treasure Valley, Eastern Idaho, and North Idaho, construction and maintenance roles are some of the hardest positions to fill. And employers aren't struggling because wages are low. They're struggling because there simply aren't enough trained people. This is especially true as older tradespeople retire out faster as they're being replaced. You see a lot of baby boomers that went into the trades. They've done a great job. They've built great businesses, and now they're retiring. When they want to sail off in the sunset, which they should. Go on cruises. Go enjoy your grandkids and go do what you want to do with your rest of your life. You build a great company. But this is where we need to be replacing these people with meaningful, skilled people. Okay, let's talk about compensation because opportunity has to pencil. Okay, national this is medium wages. Okay, guys, so just keep this in mind. Medium wages, electricians, 62,000. This is national, by the way. Plumbers and pipe fitters, 63,000. HVAC techs, 55,000 to 60,000. And again, these are median wages. Okay, in Idaho, wages are rising because competition for talent is real. Add overtime, specialty certifications, or self-employment, and six-figure incomes are not unusual, especially for those who eventually run crews or businesses. Now, compare that with the average student loan debt for a four-year graduate, often 30,000 to 40,000 or more before they earn their first dollar. Now, trades flip that model, which is pretty cool. You earn while you learn. You gain real skills immediately. You build value that compounds. That's not inferior, that's efficient. My nephew, I just brought him to a conference last fall. He was unsure what to do with himself professionally. He left that conference where we talked about business buying and opportunities out there nationally. And he's from Texas, and now he's decided to be a plumber. He started to go into that trade because he saw the promise in that. And his dad's a dentist, so he sees both worlds. But he didn't see that trade calling him, so he went, hey, let's go over this way. I think that's awesome. So with all these trades flipping that model, that's not inferior, that's efficient. Okay. This is bigger than jobs. It's about stability. Here's what often gets missed in the conversation. Skilled trades are foundational to national infrastructure, healthcare facilities, military bases, energy systems, and housing. Federal agencies, including defense and infrastructure organizations, have openly warned about skilled labor shortages impacting readiness and long-term operations. You can't maintain bases, hospitals, data centers, or power systems without electricians, plumbers, HVAC techs, and fabricators. These careers aren't just recession resistant, they're mission critical. And Idaho, because of its growth, geography, and infrastructure needs, is positioned to fill this demand for decades, not years. So let's be very clear here. This is not about tearing down four-year degrees. College is the right path for many people, but it should not be treated as the only respected path. When we steer every capable young person towards college and away from the trades, we don't elevate society, we hollow it out. The market is telling us what it needs. We just haven't been listening. As I close this thing out, guys, if you're in Idaho, whether you're a student, a parent, a business owner, or someone considering a career pivot, the trades deserve serious consideration. The demand is real. The pay is real. The impact is real. The future isn't just built in offices and classrooms. It's built with skilled hands, and Idaho needs more of them. So think of that as you go into your, as you're thinking for yourself, as you have young kids that are graduating high school, or kids that have graduated already and are just still mowing around ideas in their head. What should I do? What should I do? How do I support a family? And I'll tell you from experience, I have a four-year degree. It took me, to the point that I'm going to start a company because I couldn't find a job to really support my family the way I wanted to. without starting a business. And if I really would have thought about the trades back then, I would have gone into that because they're making serious money and they're not going anywhere. So, and it took me years of growing my company from ground zero to now to actually make any money. So, to trades, you are going to get into the money faster, and you're going to have opportunities to even buy out these people who are owners, who are aging, who already have a cash flowing business model. So don't try to go start your own business. Just go buy out some other business, someone who is seasoned, who has paved the path for you and already has customer relations set up. Then you just come in and buy them out. And there's so many creative ways to buy people out. And so, and we can talk about that stuff later. But if you want to know more about that, I have a coach named Carl Allen. He's fantastic. I would look him up on YouTube. He is the man about how to buy businesses. But let's not get off the subject. I hope you guys have a fantastic week. Have a fantastic day. Go out and just dominate what you're trying to do, and try to do one thing different than you did last month or last year. Try something new. Okay. Let's not use that insanity recipe over and over again. Find an opportunity to serve people, be happy, and go out there and just be awesome. Adios, guys. That's it for today's Idaho Business Podcast. Hopefully you learned something new. And if you didn't, I've got a cheat code for you. Go to theidahobusinesspodcast.com, enter your email, and get my 20 golden rules for business. It's packed with my best advice, plus it's free. Subscribe, leave a review, share this with a friend. Until next time, keep hustling, keep laughing, and keep Idaho awesome.